All right, what is up, y'all? It's been a long time. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm live. Yeah, I am. So what's up, everybody, man? God damn, it's been a long time since I've been on here. So I'm like, let me make a video. One of the reasons why I don't make videos or I stop making videos is, believe it or not, I don't feel like making the thumbnail. Then the thumbnail takes about 10 minutes to make. And then as soon as I sit down, I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a video and start looking, start creating the thumbnail. I just like, I don't feel like doing that because I'd be up in Photoshop creating those things. Anyway, that's enough. It's enough. I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. Dow Jones. Man, I wanted to make a video for the longest. And I was always thinking, here we go again. SP's up 20 points a day, every day. And you're like, it's insane. I don't want to talk about that because we know it's not going to continue. This is back in December. And it's like, early December, maybe even late November. Up 20 points. I was calling up 20 points a day. So here we are, up 179. I always start with this screen so you can just basically see that at the time of this video where the Dow's at, where the S&P's at, NASDAQ, man, 67, Tesla, we're going to talk about that, in the Russell, 20. I think the Russell's breaking out. And the VIX below 13. I mean, it's like all clear, although when the VIX is that low, you probably want to consider buying some protection. Cashmatic, I told you I'll be back. What's up, man? Yo, it's crazy, just straight up. And I'm doing well today. I've been doing good since, if you watch my last video, I was like, I'm all board. I'm bullish, even though I hated it. I hated saying it, but I was on board. You just got to bite your teeth or whatever and buy stocks. And good thing I did that because I would have been left in the dust. A little disappointed though, because I always kind of still had that kind of afraid, and so I don't want to go all in, man. If I could have just bought S&P, SPX calls, and just, I would have came back, and been hundreds of thousands of dollars would have been in my account. So it's just a shame when you, sometimes when you think about the money you could have made, because you fight for every dollar, and when it's just so easy, because you could throw darts at a dartboard and make money here. And when you try so hard when it's a normal market just to make, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, make some money. And then it comes this easy and you're not kind of making the most you can. You kind of get what I'm saying? Anyway, we'll start with Tesla, man. And look at this. I wanted to put a trade on right here. I don't even know if I was making videos, but straight to the moon. So a firm came out, I think, was it Morgan Stanley? They downgraded it today. The thing is almost going to be positive. This thing opened down 28 points. Now it's down $5. And so that's why I was on this screen. And yeah, let's go to the minute chart. There, kind of zoom in on that. And just look at that, man. Unbelievable. It's going higher. A downgrade cannot stop this thing. This is still the number one shorted stock in the stock market. And I think people took that opportunity. They got a little break to get out. And to get out, they got to buy, right? So I just think that is a huge short squeeze. And besides that, Tesla's doing good. It's $513, and they didn't even offer we're gonna sell shares, or secondary, tertiary, whatever you want to call it. So I don't think they need the money, because you figure you would sell shares right now. 513. Remember back in the day, Elon Musk said all secured 420. Well, it's 513. It was 5. Well, where was we a couple of days ago? 547. You figured they would have come out, and that's what I was thinking was going to happen. They're going to, sell some more shares. I'm just going to kind of look at what we got. What's going on? What's going to text you about? Oh, okay. You're going to text me about spreads. Beyond Meat. I kind of glanced at one. I haven't ever traded Beyond Meat. I'm just afraid of that stock. I don't know why. I think it should be down, but it just goes up. I think actually that looks pretty good on the weekly. It looks like you can just go ahead and get in. I think the options are not liquid, if I remember. No, actually they're liquid now. Not too bad. 15-cent spread. Not too bad. And when I was looking at it, I don't think that was liquid enough, but this actually looks pretty good. Maybe I will put on a trade. Look at the volume. This is just next week. Let me see the put call ratio. 60 put call ratio is 0.60. That means more people are buying calls than puts. About 6 to 10 on the calls to puts. And AMD. Let me go look at AMD real quick. Well, I had a strategy where I'm trying to make $2,000 a week. Okay, it's like $8,000 a month. Straight up trading Amazon. You know I like Amazon. AMD just looks straight to the moon. It's like, it looks just like Tesla. It's weird. It kind of crossed this double top right there and didn't even blink. And then now over here, it's kind of sitting at maybe a double top. It looks like a reverse cup and handle, but I don't know, man. It looks a little stretched. I got to be honest with you. It looks a little stretched. You know, when I just look at it, it just makes me want to sell calls against it. You know, somewhere up there. Probably got huge implied volatility too. The IB rank is the IB rank is 44. So I don't know. I just think that's just too much, you know. That's my opinion. I traded AMD. I used to trade it a long time ago when it was 10. That's another stock. Just wish you could just buy calls like leaps. Just sit back and chill. It was 10 when I was messing around with AMD. So Amazon. Been very disappointed because as the market was running, this is the 4-hour chart. And look, it has been going sideways. It has not been participating. And look, earnings is right around the corner. And this is my favorite stock going into earnings. It's my favorite stock all the time. But especially going into earnings because it always runs into earnings. And it's just not running. It's just not participating. So you're looking at Amazon on a 4-hour chart. Now let's bring up the Qs. Look at that straight up. Right? Why isn't my stock participating? So it was very disappointing. But I was still squeezing money out of there because I was selling calls, in the money calls. So let me tell you what I was doing. And it works when you know a stock is going up. So I'm selling diagonals, which is like a, basically I'm doing a synthetic covered call where I'm buying, I'm not going deep and, you know, a way out buying leaps. I'm buying the next week. So you see, I even got a position on here, but I don't know if it's the trade. So basically I'll go the week out. Let's do this one. Let's do the 15th. And I'm not playing necessarily around here because this is the earnings is coming out, this options chain. So the trade is not on. As soon as the earnings comes out, I'll probably put the trade on again and do it kind of weekly. So I go deep in the money, you know, somewhere around the 96, 97 delta. Now, right now on this one, it will cost you $23,000 to do that. But generally, it's not that high. That's because this is earnings, right? This is earnings week. It's inflated. But you buy one of those, right? And then you come the week before, and then I would sell basically the at the money. So right now it's 1870. I would sell this 1870 for 2250. So basically, if it's anything above 1870 for the next week, woo, 2,200 to the bank. You know what I mean? And since I bought a deep in the money call, it's basically I basically own the stock straight up. You know, there's no I didn't pay up for it. You know, so anyway, it's 22. So basically, I'm protected somewhere down to like 52, right? Or 50, right? 50, 70, 60, 50, 47, 48. You know, I'm protected right around there. That's my break even. You know, so I like that trade. It's been working for me. You see, I got one sold right there, right? Because that's where, when it was kind of trading low, that's where I put the trade on. See, I own that one. This one cost me, well, right now it's $9,200. So I got the 1780 on and the 1830. Sold the 1830. Right now, you know, Amazon's kind of climbing, so it's helping. But that trade's been working out. You can see here's for the day, it's up 1700, right? And then you can see my little Tesla trade for 255. I'm doing the same thing with Tesla. So if you look at Tesla, Jonathan, oh, you said that was you asking for AMD. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was Cashmatic. And who else is in here? GMR. What's up, man? All right. So Tesla, I was doing the same thing, right? I'm coming in here. Oh man, Tesla's about to go positive. Let me tell you how good of a sign that is. If you want to just go long Tesla, I know it's crazy, but hey, them shorts got to close the position. That means they got to buy. The thing was downgraded. It was down 28 points. If this thing goes positive and chews that up and spits it out, why would it go lower? Anyway, same thing with Tesla. So you come over here. I'm already doing it for next week, right? You see, I got a position way up there. This is the 98 Delta. Basically, I own it right outright. That costs $7,530 right about now. Okay, that's the 440. Now I'm in trouble if I wake up and this thing's down like 80 points, man. Okay, I'm in trouble. No, I would have lost all of that money. All right, so there's risk. If you want to make money, you have to risk it. You have to risk money to make money. Okay, so just kind of remember that. If you want to be safe, you'll make safe money. You make a little bit of money. You want to make a lot of money, you got to risk a lot of money. So it's a safe bet. You said 98 Delta. That means there's 2% chance that it's going to expire out of the money. So yeah, I bought that and then I sold this 505, right? The 502.50. Right now it's $13.80. I sold it for $7. All right. So tomorrow, as long as this thing is above 502, I will profit that whole $700. $7 is $700, right? So that's how I've been trading Tesla, these high dollar stocks, doing synthetic covered calls on them, short diagonals, go deep in the money to 1 week. You can sometimes even do it the same week. Just make sure that first the strike you buy needs to be deep in the money, 96, 97, 98, 99 Delta. Okay, because even like say if I sold it way up here, I can just let it expire, and this one will cover that one, and they'll both be in the money. They'll both get exercised, and one will take care of the other. And I don't do anything. I just kind of collect the money. But you got to make sure they both expire in the money. Otherwise, that one will be worthless, and now I'm holding a whole bunch of Tesla stock, and I won't want to do that. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing. If you could do this week after week after week, you can make some good money. This is how I've been banking lots of money. And it was very disappointing when Amazon was just going down, because that's my cash machine. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and make Tesla my cash machine. But, and it might not work out all the time, but it works out. It could work out most of the time. Because like I sold this 502.50 for $700. So it means that, my break even, that puts about $495. So I'm hoping that Tesla just stays above $495 till tomorrow. Now, this thing moves, man. I could wake up and it's down 30 points, 40, whatever. I understand that. I understand the risk. Matter of fact, right now it's just saying this is just a 70% chance of expiring in the money. So let's just kind of keep my fingers crossed. If there's another downgrade, I'm done. It'll probably go close. But if it kind of can stay like this, and as long as the market's kind of just okay, so what I wanted to do, I forgot. I'm kind of losing my thought here. I want to go over the sectors real quick. I got to practice the spread. You explain it so easy. Oh, do I really? Because I never did this before. I'm just kind of telling you what I do. Diagonals. I really like them because it's like synthetic covered calls. And covered calls is one of the easiest ways to make money learning options. Basically, you buy, all right, let's say if it was a covered call, I would buy 100 shares of Tesla. Right now, that'll cost me $51,285, right? Just buy it, got 100 shares. And then you could sell any one of these things, and then just kind of collect that money. It's not that easy, but if you sell, let's say right here, right at the money, this $7, you sell it for $7.50, right at the money. Now, this is easy to calculate because tomorrow's the last day and these options expire. So as long as it's above that or above, I I lose my shares, but I also collect that 750. That 750 is mine to keep once I sell it, right? So I'll lose my shares. I'm done, okay? But now if it closes, say at 510, I still keep that 750, but also at the same time, my Tesla is down $2. So, my 100 shares, I'll be down $200, but I still have that 750. So, but I'll still be up $500. You see what I'm saying? They have the analytic tab on and all these platforms that do options. There's some kind of analyze tab, and you can kind of check it out. So let's look at my trade right here that I got on. I showed you the Tesla, right? So you could see it. Could I make that bigger? I don't know how to make this one go up and down. I forgot. But basically, here we are, right? So right now the stock's trading at 505. Let me close this window. Right now it's trading at 505. So the blue line is how much money, if it were to close there tomorrow, you can see down here to the left what I would make. Okay, so if it would close right there, I'll make $510. If it were to close right here at 502.50, that's what I sold. That's the way I needed to close. It'd be $530 or so. Now, my break even is this red line right here. Okay, so you can see right there to the left, right? It says $4. I'm kind of close to it. So that break even is $4.96. So basically, I just needed to be over $4.96. Anything over $4.96, I made money. I wanted to be above $502.50, but if it's above $4.96, I'm okay. Now, if it's down here, let's say it's $4.90, I'm down $600. Okay. If it's 480, if we wake up and this thing's down another 30 points, I'm down $1,500. So it's huge risk. You definitely have to make sure the stock is going up. Now, what scares me about this particular trade is, let's go back to the chart. If you look at the weekly, and now tomorrow ends this week, that's an ugly candle for the weekly. That's a topping candle right there. So I'm just saying, man, please hold on till tomorrow. Okay. But this might, tomorrow, it has time to repair that candle right there. So let's hope it can repair it and it doesn't kind of close like that, because that's ugly. That means it's going lower, but I don't care. We just need it above 496 by tomorrow. So if I don't make a video, which I probably won't, check out Tesla. If it's above that, I made money. If it's below that, in the world, goodness gracious, I try not to think about it, because I got hit like that. I got hit a couple of times, but more often than none, not the trade kind of works, especially on these high, as long as the stock's going up. Okay, so if we go back to Amazon, we said Facebook. All right, talk about it in a second. If we go back to Amazon, I'm gonna bring up the daily, because I jumped back in doing this trade right here when it was up 80 points. I was like, oh yeah, that's what I was waiting for all this time. That's how, when Amazon's getting ready to run, it's an insane amount of money, a same amount of points, right? 80 points. Yeah, it's getting ready to run. And then the next day it was up another 30. And then that's it, just been, kind of coming down, not doing shit. So I'm like, this sucks, and so I was selling not at the money puts. Yeah, you got to kind of decide where you want. I was selling deep in the money puts, calls. I'm sorry. So therefore, if we look at the trade, so let's go back to here. I don't have a trade on here. I thought I did. Anyway, I wouldn't sell this one. I would sell somewhere over here, somewhere up here or something, to give me some more protection. And I just don't think Amazon, now Tesla can. I wake up, that thing's down 30, 40, 50 points. But Amazon, it's going into earnings. I think it has, just by that, it has some support, because people want to hit home runs. People, they want to be in it. And I don't think they want to sell it off. But they've been selling it off, So here it is right here, and it's going down. And if you look at Facebook, which I'm glad you mentioned it, because I was going to put on a similar trade on Facebook, and it's just, Facebook runs into its earnings too. Man, the market's just kind of scaring me, just going up. It's up another, this thing was up $2 today. Yeah, look at that. So see what I'm saying? And it can't hold that level. I think I missed it in Facebook. But I don't think it's going to go down too much because earnings is coming, and it always runs into earnings. And I actually think this time it's going to break out. It's at a double top right there. I still got my line here. And I remember Amazon, I think, failed right there. You got to be careful. It's right at the double top mark. But if it blows through, it's gone. Goodbye. Get on a train and just run it out, because that's the weekly. I mean, it's been so long. It came down, came up, consolidated, and then it's about to go up, right? So I think it paid its dues. That's almost, what is that? It's almost like 2 years. So I think that it is gonna blow through. I don't think the double top is gonna happen. But let's go over the sectors. Give me a second here. Let me see something. Well, this is what I wanted to do. Now, even though the stock market is ripping, I want to show you something that makes me think we could go a lot higher. Okay, so here's SPY. Let's just kind of get a glance at that. That's the monthly, all right? Look at my little lines, just blowing everything out. Let me take me off, okay? Let me just, so you can see what's going on here. All right, so there's the monthly, right? Look at the weekly. Maybe I'll do these with the weeklies, okay? And then here's the Qs. All right, everything's just straight up going through the roof. Okay, so now let's just look at these sectors. Where's my little sector list? The hell is it? No, right here. All right. So let's look at the metals and mining. You just look at it, right? It sucks. We know the market is going straight up. This thing, it sucks. Okay, next. Drugs. Straight up, it looks just like the market. It might be a little too rich for me, but if you look at the daily, look how it's a breakout. It actually consolidated, and now it's breaking out. Even though it's like it was breaking out, and then it's like another breakout. Okay, so this is what I want you to keep in mind. IBB, same kind of thing. It's about to break out. It's kind of not like the market. It's about to break out. Now, here's one that kind of bothers me. This is the XLU. Okay, if the market's doing all that great, we shouldn't be buying utilities, right? This is people buying utilities. This is scared. Okay, scared. Anyway, so the market's giving you great returns, but the utilities are breaking out. Look at right here. This is almost, what is that? What am I on, a weekly? That's October. It's like it's breaking out. It's a breakout. Okay, utilities is breaking out. Real estate, it's not quite, but it wants to break out. It's only $1 away from this all-time high. That's another sector you really kind of don't want to be in. For the market's doing all great. The Qs, nothing else to say. Straight up, Qs. Let's look at financials. Consolidation, you saw Morgan Stanley today. I'll pull it up today. It's up like 8%. Look at that breakout on Morgan Stanley, okay? Let's go back to the weeklies. Look at that breakout. It's insane. You could buy this. I think this is a buyable breakout, right? Not necessarily right now. Let's see if it comes in just a little bit. But look at that. That's great. It comes up. Anyway, we're about to reach this this double top. So you could at least buy it up to there. But I think let's see if it holds. Let's see what it does. Okay, it's up too big today. It's 7.5. But I bet you that's gonna be a mover. And then right here, RSI is overboard. All right, that's financials. IYT. By the way, CSX reports after the bell. It's breaking out. So you see how the stock market is kind of messing up everything. You see how the stock market is straight up, right? Not these sectors. So you got IYT, the transportation index. It was consolidating. Now it's breaking out. Okay, so that's good. Okay, what's in transportation? Like I said, CSX reports tonight. Look at that, kind of looks the same. As long as those earnings come out good, that's goodbye. It's going up. Okay, so that's CSX. Let's look at JB Hunt. See what the truckers is doing. kind of the same thing. I like that candle right there, right? I like that candle. Nice big full body green candle. They report tomorrow. Tomorrow before the bell. Okay, so that's interesting. CSX tonight, JB Hunt tomorrow. So we get to see what the truckers do tomorrow, and then we can see what the trains are doing tonight. And you know, JB Hunt is huge intermodal. They got a lot of their stuff on the trains. All right, so this will be interesting if those reports consolidate. I actually think if they really suck, they can bring down the market. Let's look at those semiconductors, right? It looks good. Remember we just talking about AMD. I said, I don't know, it seems rich, but not really. I mean, let's pull up the monthly. Well, maybe they're looking at the monthly, it looks rich, but look right here, right? It broke out. This was a breakout, and it was about almost 2 years, and it's getting ready. It's really just getting going. So maybe that can run a little longer. It's just that it's going so fast. Every morning we wake up and it's up 200 points. 20 points. 200 on the Dow. And by the way, we almost at Dow. What's the Dow? We almost at Dow 30,000. The market has a bullseye on 30,000. You better believe it's going to 30,000 before. So it's guaranteed. Once you have a big number and a large number like that in sight, it's going there. It's going to 30,000. Okay, so once we get there, then kind of worry about the other way. It's going to 30,000. All right. Everybody wants it to be there. You'll see on CNBC and Bloomberg, they're going to have the shirts and hats and blowing horns. That could be the top because it's everybody's going to just be going, 30,000. Anyway, so it's going there. It's 29,200. It's up. What are we up? 180 today. Man, the way this market is going, 5 more days. We at 30,000. Okay, so where was I? Stocks. Let's look at the broker dealer. Look at this. Look at this huge. This is multi-year from 2006. Look at this kind of cup and handle action. But if you zoom in right here, it's about to break out. I don't got my right line on. Right? So we seen the market, how it's kind of going up. But a lot of these sectors ain't doing that. But they about to break out or even breaking out. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's the last of my sectors. Those are the ones that I look at to kind of see where I want to be. And I really like the transportation. So I'm really interested in this CSX report because if this thing runs, what do you got? Northern, Southern, I don't even know the transportation. Buy this. Okay, because it's going to go for a while. And also, when the transportation, the old Dow theory, when the transportation index is running, the market's running, right? Because goods is moving. Goods is moving across the country, around the world. So that's what you want, right? So maybe it goes higher. It seems so weird because it's already high. That's what makes me just go, huh? Suppose we get ready to have another one of these. Look, so we got this, right? That leg right there. Then we got this consolidation. And that was like a 2-year consolidation. So maybe we're going to have another one. A to B, B to C, C to D, right? A, B, C. Maybe another 2 years going up. I don't really think we're going to kind of, if you think about the election and stuff, I don't think that we are going to have any significant pullback until that election or until maybe one of the Democrats seems like they're getting a lot of, where they're going to beat Trump. And we got the phase 1, phase 2. Trump said he's not gonna lift tariffs until after the election. That's a lie, because he's gonna become a hero somewhere around September, October, and get this phase 2 done and drop tariffs. And then the market's gonna rip again, and it's gonna be ripping right into the election, and he's gonna be using that as his little thing. Watch. Okay, that's my little bet. But bottom line is these things is just breaking out. Let me see what you got to say. What about the trucking industry? I talked about that. You need more money. How come? To put more trades on? The IYT. Yeah, so that's what's up. That's what I'm just liking the sectors. But I when I look at the market, it's like, And you know, like I said, the utilities, you know, the XLU. I mean, why is that ripping? Why is that breaking out? I mean, actually, it's not been a bad trade for years. 3.03 yield. You can buy that and have a yield, right? You know, if there's any pullback, it won't be significant. The last one was over here. Let me see. Right there, that was down 15% in 3 months. So we just had this consolidation right there. Get rid of that. And I just think we kind of off to the races in utility. It just seems like everything is working. Everything is working. You know, you can throw, except for Amazon, it ain't working. And you know, I wanna try to hit a home run in this. You know, just load up on calls before the earnings, but I'm not, because it's so forgotten about. It's so consolidated. Look, it hasn't done nothing in damn near, basically like almost a year and a half. It hasn't done nothing. And nobody's looking at it. Nobody's talking about it. It's not participating in the rally. And that's the time it takes off. Okay. So it could be 100 point, 150 point rally, you know, something huge. Look at this consolidation. I thought it was going to happen here. If y'all followed me, I was in a video right here. I was like, oh, it's going. See, and it's kind of right at the double top there, double topped. But, you know, we got a higher low, and now it's doing it again. It's hovering. And I'm thinking it's going to get close to this point before earnings. What was that? Right around the 2,000 mark, just like before. And if earnings is a blast, this thing's going to blast off and be all-time highs. Just like Apple, you know, just like Microsoft, you know, and all the others. I think this was the number 2 trillion dollar company. But then it lost its $1 trillion status. Now it's like at 980 or something. I don't think I have that here. Yeah, I can do the math, but I don't know if my calculator has that many numbers. But I'll just take these shares and times it by this price and see how what the market cap is. So anyway, Tesla 182. So I'm up 2,100 today. But that's my goal. See how it's not moving, is to sell those diagonals and just try to make that 2,000. I know that sounds crazy. A week, you know, or close to it. If I feel it's going to go down, maybe I'll bring it down to like the 1,000, up to 500. I'd at least want to do 500. And that's how I've been trading. Any questions? And I thank everyone for following me. I'm sorry I haven't really been on here making videos and whatnot, but if you go back, you see I was making videos every day. Now I just like, I got a rash going on. I've been working hard and just not motivated. Nothing. That's another video on its own. And I just haven't been motivated to get on here and make any videos. But I figure I make one today. Since it's so much to talk about. I just remember back in December when it was up 20. It still is. It's really unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I need to do a separate video about this, but let's go ahead and mention this real quick. There's a lot of YouTubers on here, especially these kids, you know, and they these great traders. Look at me, you know, I'm saying I'm doing all of this, making all this money. Follow me. I got this system, that system, this system. It's a bull market. You just throw darts at a stock and that one will go higher. Everything is going higher. You're not a genius. You know, you're not, you know, if I was buying stocks, everything's, matter of fact, my stock portfolio is doing great. But I talk options on here, by the way. When you see Thinkorswim, I do options. So, but I have a stock portfolio where I just buy shares. And that's like, I mean, I could buy anything. It's just going up. So am I a genius? No. It's just that it's a bull market. And you know, when things go south, it gets ugly, you know, just like in December. I mean, that was kind of nothing. It was so quick. You blinked, it was over, you know? So, but you know, I remember 2000, this is what it reminds me of, that dot-com era. You know, we was waking up, the market was up 200 points every day. Yahoo was up like 20, 30, 40 points. I remember Yahoo, in Google, this it was insane. And that's when I was like, oh, I got to get in. As soon as I got in, I was setting brokerage accounts. I didn't know much about nothing, and it just tanked. So I called the top. Basically, I was a newbie jumping in there, and anyway, so it went down. Do I have? How far could I go back? Let me just close this out. I'm bringing up my window again. Is this two? All right, here we are. It's 2000. Let's bring kind of like that. It went down for 2 years. I mean, it was just you put money in. I remember getting my statements over. I was losing hundred thousands a month. It went down. So like here in 2008, man, that was just 4 or 5 months. Just in December last year, that was a month, 2 months. Well, I think it started in October, so 3 months. This was 2 years. So all these guys, when that happens again, because I think that's the next one. It will be something like that. It's not. Let me see your stock portfolio then, because damn near everything was going down. You had to be a genius, So that's the video I'm gonna do. It's just a rant video, but that's a little teaser. A 2-year decline. What does that say? It's down 50%. Took 2 years. So everybody that's on here, started somewhere in here. And it's just been going up, and you're a genius. You know what I mean? And you had some down, but nah, man. That right there, that's 2008. That was ugly. I mean, but this is ugly. This was worse because it was a slow grind. I mean, it was every day for 2 years. I gave up. I actually pulled my money out of my IRAs and stuff. I was like, I'm tired of losing money. I can't take it no more with these statements. You lost half, So anyway, that is me. That's my video for today. So if you don't have any questions, let me see. I need more money. Trump makes everybody money. Yeah. Why do? All right. So Cashmatic, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you got to watch. I'm sorry I haven't been on here, but I'll try to be on here a little bit more often. Wish me luck on my Tesla trade. I got an Amazon trade as well, as long as it stays above 1830. Okay, 1830. Right now it's at 1872. Tomorrow. No, actually, this one, I can't remember when is it right here? Monitor. Oh, next week. Okay, as long as it's by 1830 next week. And you can see what I'm going to make about, this one will be about $800 because I'm deep in the money. Oh, my short call is way up there. My long call is way up there with a 98 or so delta. And my short call is still deep in the money. So, right? Remember I said $500 I want to make a minimum? So we got, looks like it'll be about 700. And right around this, oh, even though this is showing me a 866 is about the break even, I was kind of trading around it. So that's not quite that accurate. All right, so thanks for watching. This is Dre. Dre Trades on Twitter. Dre Trades on Instagram, and that's the best way to reach me. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Good luck, everybody. You can't lose. You can't lose. Just pick something and go to bed. They'll be up tomorrow. We're up 20 points a day. So keep an eye on the money, meaning interest rates, banks, anybody losing money out there, anything closing, all that stuff, anything where the system, is not buy, sell, lend, all that kind of, just watch the banks, make sure they ain't losing money and mortgages going bad and what's that, pensions, because I think that's the next thing, pensions, because they just can't make the money. They can't make the money back. What do they got to get, like 5-7%? Interest rates is like 1%, 1.5%, 2%. So to only make that, you got to put the risk on, so they ain't going to do that. So, I don't know, kind of keep an eye on, interest rates rising. What's his name? I'm thinking Alan Greenspan. The Fed, whatever. Gosh, it's at the tip of my tongue. What is his name? Anyway, Make sure he's not, oh, I'm thinking about raising rates. Watch the employment numbers. Make sure they don't come in too hot, because then he will. Well, he actually said he's not going to raise rates. Doesn't matter with the employment number. He wants 2% inflation. That's where he says that's his goal. So it doesn't even matter if employment starts to run hot. Jerome Powell. Yeah, he says he wants 2% inflation. That's the goal. So that's why the stock market's ripping. He's out the picture. Until we get that, then I guess he'll be thinking about raising it. Then it's all over then. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks for watching. I'll go ahead and end this. I'm getting boring. I'll talk to you soon. Maybe tomorrow. Hey, if you're new, just go ahead and click the bell, and then you know when I come on. It's somewhere between 11 and like now. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. Appreciate y'all. See ya. Now I got to figure out how to close the video. And